The Hash It Out Show is brought to you by Boyd's ATA Black Belt Academy in Marrero, Louisiana. Barreto Home Solutions. Bayou Audio and Video. Hot Works on the North Shore. JFK Martial Arts in Mandeville and Covington. Lil Dizzy's Cafe. Kuman of Gretna. HBP Construction and Consulting. Moe's Pizza. Bucks Snow Whiz. CC's Children Blocks. The Pierre Family in Lafayette, Louisiana. Leo Auto Glass. The Juber Family in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Dat Kitchen Restaurant in Chalmette, Louisiana. CoSource Financial Group.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. If you winning and you don't give a fuck about a hater, tell them move. Clear my area, move. Clear my area, move. Clear my area, move. Clear my area. Cause I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. 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 Hands up, hands up, hands up. If you winning and you don't give a fuck about a hater, tell them move. Clear my area, move. Clear my area, move. Clear my area, move. Clear my area. Cause I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Hash It Out Show. I'm your host, JB, the sports guy. We got a good show for y'all tonight. 7:30. The head coach of the Southern Lab, Lady Kittens, will join us. State championship winning coach, Coach Krystal Huggins. VK Jones, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, GB? Like, tag, share, subscribe to the Hash It Out Show. All social media platforms. We're on X. We're on Facebook. We are on Instagram, and we're on YouTube on GB the Sports Guy on your YouTube page. And I tell you, man, it's good to be back. Sorry to miss last week. I was on assignment, but it's good to be back here tonight. I know we had some issues and had to deal with things. That's why we wasn't on Wednesday, but we're good to be back tonight.
It's wonderful being back tonight, man. It's great to be back. VK, guess what, man?
What you got?
The baseball playoffs about to begin here in the state of Louisiana. Baseball, man. And, you know, we got some powerhouses in the state, all that good stuff, man. But VK, I want to get your thoughts right quick. You know, I'm gonna put the bracket up, but Division One select Brother Martin, number one seed, VK. Number one seed, Rummel, fifth seed, STM, fourth seed, Curtis, the three seed, and then Jesuit six, Holy Cross seventh, but number two, big time powerhouse, Calic Baton Rouge. VK, your thoughts on Division One select, my brother?
It's a tough. It's like the toughest of the tough. You know what I'm saying? It's a really good division. You know, like one of the two top divisions in baseball. Between the two top divisions, we all know is Division One Select and Division One Non-Select. These programs are unbelievable on both sides, and this is one of the rare divisions you can say in both divisions. You wish they could come back together at 5A because that's how good these programs are. And you look at that Division One Select. I mean, it's a lot of powerhouses here, but we know, to be honest, the team to beat is Catholic of Baton Rouge. They are really good. They're trying to defend their state championship. I believe they're going. I think they're going for three straight here. I think they're going for three straight titles here. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they've won the last couple of years, so I think they're going for three straight, and they're real good. Brother Martin has got some huge, huge wins on their schedule. That's why they're the number one seed, and they're battle tested too. So is the thing is this Brother Martin's time to finally get through and have a chance to win it all. It's been a minute since Brother Martin has been in that stage, especially in the title game. Things are a little different this year with the new format because the majority of the classes, the majority of the divisions, they are doing 3 game series all the way through.
Even in
While
championships now.
all the way to the championships. And the thing about the semifinals is not going to be in Sulphur. It's whoever hosts is going to have the 3 game semifinal series, and
Well,
championships
that
are going
makes
to be
sense.
played.
I mean,
Championships are
because
going to be played in
championship was
Sulphur.
one game. So now, if you're gonna have the championship be best of three, it's best that the semifinals are being hosted by the higher seed.
Exactly the point, because they feel like it would be too much of a waste of time and money and resource if they have the semis out in Sulphur as well and have all 3 game series out there in each division, which it's that's not feasible. And the only division, and I think the only division is the B and C divisions are the only ones that are going to continue the with having the same. Well, I think they are. I think they're doing the same thing with the series stuff, but they're gonna have their semifinal and championships in Sulphur. So that's the only divisions that are going to continue to do semifinal and championship in Sulphur is B and C. Everybody else, it's gonna be semifinals. Whoever high seed will host, and then the championship game, the championship series, will be in Sulphur.
Well, let me ask you this, because you've watched more high school baseball than I have,
I
and
watch as much as I can. So go ahead, go
I
to
got you. I got you.
you know.
I'm gonna say this: when it comes to Calica, Baton Rouge, and how they've just been so dominant these past years, and be ranked in the nation, and I think they got a national championship. I
They
think
do.
they do.
They
Yeah.
do. They do.
Um, you gotta have, to me, for high school baseball, in order to win a state championship, you gotta have number one, a dominant pitcher, and number two, a good pitcher. Do you agree with that?
To me, looking at the high school baseball type of game, it's more like college. It's more like college baseball. It ain't just having a dominant pitcher. You used to. That was the old times. Now you gotta have a good staff. You really do have to have a good staff these days. You gotta have a for sure dominant one, but you gotta have a really good number two.
Yeah.
You gotta have a good number two, because if you have a good number two, that's half the battle. The biggest thing is you have two really good pitchers, a third that's serviceable and feasible. But if he's good too, that that's almost icing on the cake. The fourth pitcher is your service pitcher. But the thing is, you want to have a good staff. That's the most important thing. You need to have 3 to 4 good, capable starters and at least 2 to 3 good relief pitchers, including a closer that can really close it out. That's what some teams lack on. You look at programs like maybe a Zachary or certain other programs that has been trying to get their come up short. But one of these years, they sometimes have that couple of relief pitchers that help. And a big help a lot of times is a good bullpen. A good bullpen really helps. That's why I always say have a good pitching staff. That's what St. All kind of lacks on. You really got to have, and I expressed it before, you need to have 2, 3 legit starters. Not
Really,
saying,
Nick. Really,
huh?
Nick. Really, Nick. Really, Nick.
Well, St. Charles has
We'll
been
get
a
to St. Charles in a
we'll get to
minute,
St.
Nick.
Charles, and yeah, but that they've been a hell of a program. You know what I'm saying? So there's no doubt in my mind. But you do have to have, like I said, you know, about so a couple programs, if they could get some kind of, like, a lot of times, if you're trying to really get there, 2 starters is good. One dominant pitcher can take you as much as you can, but you need two real legit starters to really get you rolling. If you have more than two and a good staff, that's the thing you need to win it all more than anything else. Especially now with a format of series, which has started. It's been over 10 years since this format of 3 game series, and it started. I think it's been now over 10 years, and it started at that time where it started from the second round all the way to the quarters that you had 3 game series. Then all of a sudden, the first round was part of it too, and now they added the semifinals and championship. So it makes total sense, but you need a bullpen these days. But not to you need a general, you need a good staff if you have a chance to win a state championship. Dominant pitcher can take you as much as maybe the semifinals, possibly championship, especially if you got a good offense behind it. But at the same time, I think you got to have a good staff if you're gonna have a chance to win it all.
All right. So let's get to Division One select right quick. We know Cadillac of Baton Rouge is the favorite. They are the 2 seed. Do you give any other team in that bracket a shot to defeat Cadillac of Baton Rouge, VK Jones?
Well, if you could, I don't know if you pulled
I'm
up or you got the
I'm gonna
bracket.
try to pull it up, but everything's
It,
so spaced apart because they got
it's okay. It's
the
okay.
series.
It's okay. I'm gonna pull it up on this phone right quick, and I can definitely tell you because I tell you, man, talking with a lot of people around the baseball, especially Ken Trahan, who, man, I mean, you ask him anything about in high school baseball. I know something, but that man there, I mean, he gives you a whole lot in itself. But the Division One select in general has been a really good division this year. And I ain't gonna lie, Catholic is powerful, but a couple of these teams, they are capable. They
Okay.
are really capable of knocking them off. You know what I'm saying? Rummel is one team, is a team that has a chance. They have done it before. That's the one team that has really had Catholic's number over the years and stuff like that has been Archbishop Rummel. So that's one team that could possibly, knock them off. Is not easy, but for them it's, you know, and also under Frank Kazoo, they have been so fortunate to have a chance, and they have good enough pitching and everything to get there. But you look at their side of the bracket and everything. I mean, it. I'll tell you one thing. It might be good on their side right now, where their bracket is. It's capable for them to already get to the quarterfinals. It's the semis that is going to be the challenge for them. It's going to be the semifinals, and you look at it. It'll probably be you look at a Jesuit and Curtis that they'll probably face in the semifinals, and Curtis has just been lights out, unbelievable all year long, and probably, and you look at it, in one of the best, maybe one of the best years in the Cat League. We didn't talk about how football has been a great league over the last 4 or 5 years. This is probably one of the best years they had in baseball in a long time. You have to think.
Co-district champs between Jesuit and Brother Martin.
Exactly. And Rummel and Jesuit had to go against each other to fight for that co-championship.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how good it was. And then Curtis not too far behind. Each team was separated by a game and a half. That's how good that Catholic League was this year in baseball. So I tell you, I think the winner of if it gets there, Curtis and Jesuit will take on Catholic. And knowing how Jesuit and Catholic has good pitching, they'll give them a shot. But the biggest thing about Catholic, you got to put pressure on them. You have to put pressure on them. You don't put any pressure like talking about, and it's a close game. Catholic has tendencies to find a way to win. But I think Curtis has been a team this year, has been coming up big in a clutch. So meaning it might not matter if it's close. If Curtis has a shot, they have a chance to win. They'll take advantage of it. So I'll tell you, man, the semis are going to be interesting. Now, if Catholic gets to the title game, which I wouldn't be surprised they do, you know, it'll be interesting who they will wait on because Rummel and Brother Martin are on the same side. And I wouldn't be surprised they'll meet up in the semifinals. And I'm not knocking anybody else in this tournament and everything. These are some battle tested programs. These are some good battle tested programs. Now I'm not going now looking at some of these brackets. A team that might be interesting is maybe Alexandria. Might be Alexandria. Might be an interesting team. But looking at it and being real on that, I don't know if they're going to have enough to get by Brother Martin in the quarters, you know. But regardless of the fact, these two superpowers between Rommel and between Brother Martin, it is definitely going to be a semifinal type matchup down the line with these two going against one another. The difference with baseball than anywhere else, than any sport, the superpowers are the superpowers. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
He rolling.
I'm,
He
I'm,
rolling. He rolling. He rolling. He rolling. He excited about Division One Select.
I'm very excited,
Yeah, I
man.
can
You know what I'm
tell.
saying? This, see, we haven't talked. We this is one of a few times we have got to baseball all year, and we're giving you all these updates and
He
everything.
excited.
But we also giving you the real too. We giving you the real, and you know this, JB. You watch this in high school baseball a bit. The superpowers are the superpowers, and that's what they are. And the thing is, like I said, especially with series now, you really gonna have to have some good series. I'm like this.
They
It's a
still going.
rarity. You're gonna have a Sam Houston of what they did last year, and that was maybe one of the most amazing runs I maybe ever seen for a team that's in the middle, like more of like a what it was a 12 seed or something or a six. But regardless,
my, my guy excited, y'all. He excited. Let me get in here, y'all. For
go.
Division One Select.
I'm gonna turn my mic off now.
All right. So look, guys. Championship game last year was Brother Martin and Calic. Brother Martin lost 2-0. I think Brother Martin gets back. And I think Cali gets back. I think it's a rematch of last year's state championship. I do think St. Thomas More gets back to the semi just like last year. I think they get back, and there's a rematch against I just had it up, as a matter of fact, from last year. I think it's a rematch against Cali. No, it's not, it won't be a rematch. My fault. So it'll be St. Thomas More and Brother Martin. I think Curtis has a great shot to get back to the semis this year. They didn't get back there last year. They lost to Calic in the quarters. But I think they have a good shot to get back. But I think it's Calic, and I think it's Brother Martin, a rematch of last year's Division One Select State Championship. And this time, it's not just the best of one, it's the best of three. And if that goes 3 games, ladies and gentlemen, I think you got a game 3 finale that people are going to talk about for a long time. Any game 3s that happen, they're going to talk about it because it's never happened in the championships. So let's get ready for that. Let's go to Division One non-select VK right quick. Sam Houston are your Division One non-select defending champions, knocking off a Westman Roll and a Barb. I mean, it was one of the best runs we've ever seen in baseball. They were 11th seed. And then Live Oak, think about it. Live Oak, like I said, they beat Barb in the semis. They beat West Monroe in the second round. And they faced Live Oak, who's also was ranked in the nation last year, VK. Live Oak, the #1 seed. And they beat them 2-1. Sam Houston, you're defending state champions. But this year, Barb is your #1 seed, VK. Barb's #1. Hornville, led by Cora Romero. That's your #5 seed, VK. Very good Hornville team. Zachary, the 4 seed. West Monroe is your 3 seed. And your #2 seed, VK, the defending state champs, Sam Houston. Your thoughts on Division One non-select?
Well, big ups to the head coach of Sam Houston. They have done an unbelievable job maintaining and proving why they're the defending champs.
Yeah.
They're a two seed, not a one, but they're two.
Yep.
So they don't have to go on the road. So
Nope.
that's going to be big for them more than anything else. And you look at their side of the bracket.
I gotta see who won the district matchups between them and Barb
mm, that's going to be interesting.
and Sulphur, because Sulphur's in here too. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you good. That I mean, that's probably outside of the Caddy League. That's another tough district.
Yeah.
That is a very, very tough district in itself because all three usually be right there in the semifinals almost every year or every other year. Sam Houston, Sulphur, and Barb. So it's not it's really surprising that we knew Sam Houston has been a good program, and now the rise of their success and then their maintaining it has been huge for that team. And you look on their side of the bracket, if they get back to the state semifinals, guess who might be waiting on them? Guess who he'll be waiting on? West Monroe,
I'm
and
looking at it. Yeah.
they would have to come down south this
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
So that is going to be, Coach Seminole and company. Lord have mercy. That is going to be must watch TV with that semifinal. If that semifinal happens, I'm telling you, I don't. I'm gonna have to talk to the coach at Sam Houston and be like, you got links. I hope you're not on this one network, so we don't have to pay because I want to watch this because those games last year was so epic, and for Sam Houston to pull it off on the road like that was just amazing. And I think it's probably going to happen again. You look at the other side, Barb, not too surprised with Coach Cicchini, not at all. They look, their years that sometimes that they come up short of winning the state championship. The next year, they go blitz crazy and have a revenge tour. And then it's happened before that they lose one year, they win the next year. So it has happened in the past, and it's not surprising that Barb is on a tear again this year. Barb has lost some games
Mhm.
against some good competition and some unexpected competition too. So they've had their share, but for them to maintain at number one, it's pretty good in itself with Coach Cacchini's program. I wouldn't. It looks like it's going to be them and possibly Sulphur in the quarters. And that's weird that they're going to meet up that early this time. So, hey, it is what it is. Hanville after 5, and they're on the same side with Barb and everything. And I think you're looking at it, Hanville has a good chance.
Who?
Hanville,
Oh, okay.
Hanville,
I got you. Yeah. Yeah.
Hanville.
Yeah. 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 I got you.
Oh, don't tell me I said the
Oh,
other
you
name.
sure did.
I sure did.
Oh, you sure did, buddy.
Horn, Hornville. I got number love for Hornville, so don't worry about what GB say. I do not, I do not. I'm just saying I do not
He,
hate.
he bringing up a whole phone conversation.
I'm just saying I do not hate the Hornville Tigers. I don't, but I think they got a great chance of getting to the state semifinals. I really think so. It's gonna be tough against Zachary though. They're gonna have to travel to Zachary. Zachary is a pretty good program in itself in baseball. So it's a lot of experience of success with Zachary. Hanville hasn't seen that in a long time, and for them, they're gonna have to really step it up. But they got a great chance. They really got a great chance to get to the semifinals. If they get there, they're gonna have to really, really step it up because I think I wouldn't be surprised Barb and Sulphur could be 3 games because that is a rivalry game. Throw the
Of
records
course.
out the
Yeah.
window because these two, it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be an absolute battle. But if Barb is waiting for Hanville is going to strap it up, step their game up to 10 because that is a tough place to win. One of I could say one of the best parks probably in the state of Louisiana outside of West Monroe and Sam Houston. That place there looks like a college baseball park with a built field house next to it. I don't know if you've seen the facility. That's
I
ridiculous
saw it.
for a high school baseball stadium. Barb wow, bro. They put their money where their mouth is, and it's most of the support of the people of the program. Not very few dollars came from the school board to build that. So amazing stuff.
I'm gonna say this: semifinals. I like Sam Houston. Hornville and Zachary gonna be a battle, but I think this Hornville team this year has what it takes to get to the semifinals. I think Barb will be there, and I think Sam Houston. I think they're gonna take on West Monroe. That's what I think it's gonna be. Now, which championship matchup would you rather see, VK? Barb West Monroe or Barb Sam Houston? Which one, man? You would you rather see? You know where I'm going with it, VK.
Oh yeah, I know where you're going. I know where you're going. I'm gonna be real with you. Either one. Either
Mm.
one. Because Sam Houston finally got over the hump, and they always had battles with Barr. Always. For them to finally get their revenge on West Monroe and to win the championship was amazing. And I think it'd be classic if they meet again in Sulphur for a 3 game
Yeah,
which
right down
it
the
might
road for him. Right down the
right up the
road.
road. And then on top of that, it is probably when you look at it, it might be one of the biggest crowds maybe ever for that series in itself in that park.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna pack. It's gonna be a standing room and then some. You go have to get extra security for that one. I like that. But even if West Monroe makes it, Coach Caccini, Coach Ciccini, and Coach Semino, theater, freaking theater.
You know the
It's
other outlets gonna
theater.
be talking about what happened a couple years ago. You know.
Wow. When I say it was crazy that that happened, but at the same time, how it was just the fact, not just the drama, but how the game turned out. It was just the fact West Monroe had the game won, had Bob dead, and Bob found a way to pull it off. And I was like, wow. And after the game, you would think after all the drama that Coach Ciccini and Coach Seminole would shake hands and say, "The heck with all that stuff that happened. Great game, great job, congratulations." No, it was all kind of stuff. It was war of words after, and it's like, wow. And it didn't stop because all of a sudden, here comes Coach Seminole on Aaron Dietrich's radio show, just let it all out, letting it fly. Like, oh my lord, man! And I met with both coaches and two very good gentlemen.
Yeah, without
Coach,
a doubt. Without a doubt.
very good gentlemen,
Yes.
especially Coach Seminole. Coach Seminole really taught me a bit about the difference between a certain pitch and everything else because his son coached at BRCC years ago, and now he's
Mm-hmm.
a assistant coach with the Savannah Bananas. So that's where he's at now. And I seen him a couple weeks ago. Shout out to Thomas Seminole. But Wade Seminole, I mean, he like I'm watching the games, and I think you gotta make sure you call these balls here. This ball is inside. This ball, and he showed me some things, and I appreciated that. And when he came back to see me the next time, he said, "VK, you improved, man. Doing a great job. I like that. You follow my advice." So I really appreciated his pointers. I really, really did. But and then Coach Ciccini, class act in itself, very good guy, very talkable person, man, very talkable. And I mean, all I know, these are two very intense, passionate guys that love and care about their program and their kids. And it will be an absolute war if they go at. I'm like this. Either way, take my money.
I feel the same way with both matchups. I wouldn't mind either one, man. I just know why I would want Western Road Ball to happen. Like, okay, we know what happened a couple years ago. Here we go, rematch, and then Barb and Sam Houston, the rematch in the playoffs after Sam Houston eliminated Barb in the semifinals last year. So I mean, it's theater, everybody. Theater waiting to happen, and I just can't wait, man. You
And
know,
I wasn't.
I might have to put in my my application to go to softball. Maybe we'll see. We'll see.
I'm gonna think about it too, but I gotta see what the. I wonder what the date is because the biggest
Send me
thing about that
May
is
14th to the 16th.
so the championships is that weekend of the 16th.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yep.
Ooh, see, I might take a trip because what? Well, it depends on what happens in the Region 23 tournament. It depends on what happens because I know the week before is that tournament, and the only way I might not go to Lake Charles, I'm gonna say the Sulphur. The only way I don't go if Nunez or BRCC pulls off the shocker and wins the tournament. And
It can happen.
I go. It could because it's been a wild Region 23 in the first half, and the second half starts Saturday. So if I'm like this, I think Nunez would have a chance if they made history and win the Region 23. That means they're going to Alabama for the super regional, and guess who's going if that happens?
Gotta be you, man. Gotta be you.
Exactly. If that happens, if BRC and Nunez wins, I'll be going to Alabama. But if not, I don't have a problem taking a ride and going to Lake Charles. Maybe we'll talk amongst one another. Maybe we'll go together, or we might meet each other out there. So either way.
All right. Waiting on Coach Huggins to join us. But I'm looking at the Division II select brackets right now. I believe for Coach Huggins, Vanderbilt Catholic, number 1 seed VK, and Loyola Prep, the 5 seed, get a bye, and they will take on Archbishop Shaw in the second round. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one right there. It's gonna be a good one.
Of course, it's gonna be a good one. You know how it's
Loyola
gonna be a
Prep
good
want that
one.
revenge. They want that revenge.
Yes,
Came at
indeed,
me and
man.
said, "Yeah, you know what I was talking about." Their quarterback was out, and if they had their quarterback, they would have won. And Shaw never saw offense like Loyola Prep. Yeah, okay. They saw Carr. He saw in the car. What are we talking about here? Let's be real. The best team in the state, ranked in the nation. They saw them. Shout out to Loyola Prep, though. All love to them, really, though. I know their quarterback comes back from injury, so they're gonna be a good team this year again. And
Yes.
maybe they think they ride the Shaw this year for the playoff game. Football.
Ooh, you love you, boy. You got that's that show pride, boy. Gotta
Well, I'm
love
saying we
it.
went there last year.
I know, but you want them to come on. I know how you thinking. I know,
Shoot,
but
I'm
it's
not
saying
thinking. So we're gonna show them love. We tailgate. We're gonna talk with them. Everything. That's what we do.
and beat
No,
them
no
again.
hatred. And when I got there, they had all these signs of Shaw Who around the whole stadium. I loved it. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like that. I like that. Yes.
Yeah, they
I had no
confidence.
problem with it.
Their confidence is way too high, man.
You supposed to be confident. I ain't
and
got a
it.
problem with their confidence. Not supposed to be.
I,
And then their quarterback got hurt. And everybody says up there that him being hurt would have made a difference. I said I don't think so.
I don't think it would have been a
The
big.
talent level was so much different. If he played, okay, maybe they score 14. They didn't score a touchdown to the end of the game with the backups in.
I'm like this, man. Look, like I said on the rant about Loyola Prep football, schedule a little tougher.
Yeah, definitely. Agreed.
Because trust me, man, it's just the fact that yeah, it was sad to me when the quarterback was hurt. It was, but I don't think it was a difference. I agree with you. I don't think it's a difference at all. Looking at the score of the game and looking at I'm like, have a tougher non-conference, that tougher non-district. Don't get me wrong. I was impressed with what they did against North Dakota. I was impressed because the fact
We
of the
all
matter
were.
is,
We all were. Yeah.
yeah, except for one co-host and didn't was really buying it. I was buying it because I'm like, that's the only team that really has punched this team in the mouth.
Yep.
So but I'm thinking yeah, they'll get Shaw fight, but it didn't happen. It the fact you just got to toughen up, just like another school down the road. We're not gonna say, but you just got to toughen the schedule. That's all it is.
That's it. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, the head coach of the Southern Lab, Lady Kittens, Coach Krystal Huggins Flowers, will join us right here. on the Hatchet Out Show. What's up, everybody? Me and VK Jones had to come to Little Dizzy's. Yeah, well, VK, man, wasted no time, and he loved the fried chicken and the dirty rice from Little Dizzy's. Look at what I had. Yes, indeed. Oh, y'all know I love candy yams. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that fried chicken was one of the best I ever had. And just like how Miss Arkisha Baquette says it, come to Little Dizzy's, where the food is always hot and it comes straight from the pot. Are you in need of a new windshield? Leo Autoglass can help. For 20 years, Leo Autoglass have been servicing the New Orleans area with windshield replacement and auto glass repair. Give them a call today, 504 301 8353. Did you experience storm damage from Hurricane Francine? Barretto Home Solutions can help. You can give them a call at 504 940 7552. And welcome back to the Hash It Out Show. I'm your host, JB the Sports Guy. Alongside, got VK Jones, our next guest. She took over the Southern Lab girls basketball program this season and got them to win their third straight state championship. But she is an alum of Southern Lab, where she won 3 straight herself. So our special guest for tonight, one and only Coach Krystal Huggins Flowers. How you doing, Coach?
Hi, how are you all? Thank you all for having me on tonight.
Definitely. Thank you for joining us, Coach. Truly appreciate it. Coach, let's talk about it. Your first year coaching for your alma mater. How did it feel to win that state championship?
Oh man, as I explained, I think when VK interviewed, it felt surreal. It's a feeling that I really can't explain. It's something that I've never experienced before, kind of like an out of body experience. Just to be able to bring that back to my alma mater, not as a player because I've done it as a player, but as a coach, it felt different. Full. I got teary eyed. I don't know where the tears just came from. They just started flowing, but it felt good. It was just a full circle moment for me. So.
What was the moment like when you got the phone call from Southern Lab saying, "Hey, we want you to be, we're hiring you to be the next head coach"?
Oh man, it just felt like it was the right time. It was like time. It was God's timing. Because it was something that I didn't expect. That Kiana's my friend, Coach Q, Coach Cheney, that's my friend, that's like my sister. We grew up together, played ball together, played the same age, seemed like we traveled together a whole lot. So I didn't expect her to I guess be transitioning. I'm not gonna say leave, but be transitioning at that time. So when I did get the call, I'm like, wow. Um I think it just all happened at the right time because like before that I was at another school and I probably wouldn't have been like I kind of would have been iffy, but I had taken some time off, was home with my baby that I had just had, and it was just like I was like, let me pray on it. And I would go to sleep and I'd be dreaming about Southern Lab in my head. So I was like, I feel like it was God. God just kept showing me like every sign. Like I'll be trying to talk like, am I really ready? Am I ready to step back into it? Like I just took some time off. And he's like, what, hey, I wouldn't be showing you these signs. Like this is your home. You've always wanted the opportunity to give back to those who have poured into you. Like this is perfect. So it just it just felt like that everything was aligning up to what God had set in store for me. So
what was the turning point during the season that you felt like, this team has a chance to win a third straight championship?
wow, turning point. I'm gonna be honest from the jump. Because we played, I'm not gonna say probably, because I think we can compare everyone else's schedule in this state and put I was right there next to them. We played the hardest schedule in this state. And that's on any classification, any level that there is. And going up to North Louisiana first off the bat, first rip. We faced Wassman, we faced Huntington, and then we had to face Parkway. And we battled. We battled. And I knew that like I was like, these girls are different, and I knew we were going to win this year because we Asia had to sit first game. She got in
Mm,
foul trouble. Patane had to come out the game and she had to sit. And you know me, because that's all we've been practicing. That's my point guard. That's my leader. That's my captain. That's the captain of this ship. You know, this is the pilot. You know, everything. So it's kind of like, ooh, how are we going to face and step up to this adversity right here? And it was like Corey looked at me, JC looked at me, and I didn't see any fear in their eyes. It was just like, okay, we good. And they played. I kept Asia on. I had to. She had 3 fouls in like the first quarter. So
mm.
she had to sit out that entire first half. And I knew that when we faced that and we overcame that, I said, you know what? They're more ready than what I thought they were. And I knew then that if we could face a Walsman and we could face a Huntington on the Parkway in that type of situation, we were ready for anything. We were ready for anything.
Definitely. How does winning the championship change or reinforce your long-term philosophy for keeping this program a top-notch program?
It doesn't change anything because my philosophy is always the same. I'm a defense first coach. I'm really big on that, so it doesn't change anything. Honestly, it makes me hungrier. Like I think some people might be like, "Oh, you want to stay championship? You can kind of be laid back." No, it makes me hungrier. You know, like I want us to be ranked nationally. I want us to surpass. Like, yeah, we're gonna win state, but where can we be ranked in the nation? You know, so that's kind of like that's the next goal for me to like trying to get to some of those top tournaments and just put Louisiana on the map for girls basketball across the nation, not just in the South, but across the nation. So,
Before I pass it on to VK, what has been the biggest personal lesson you've learned as a coach this particular season?
um, I don't think I'm not gonna say I don't think there is any lesson that I learned this season, but just as a coach overall, I tell people that one of my biggest lessons that I've learned is um, stick to what your gut is telling you, and then also I'm big on I like to try to save a lot of kids, and I'm one of the things that I've learned just in my coaching experience is if you've helped one, that's enough. So I don't you can't save them all even if you want to, and you can't put the program in jeopardy for just one because it's a team. So that's kind of something that I've learned as a young coach and just growing and maturing and growing in this thing is that you can't save every one of them. You can try, you can want the best for them, and all you can do is try to give them um, what has been poured into you. But you may not be able to save all of them, and that's something that I used to beat myself up about a whole lot. I used to lose sleep about, So, but as I've gotten older and wiser, I know that I can't sacrifice the whole team for just one. So, but as far as that lab, I'm not just saying this because I'm there and I'm coaching those girls, but just overall, like I don't have a bad apple in the bunch at all. You know, like they are just a great group of girls, great group of girls.
Coach Huggins, good to have you on and everything, and thank you so much for taking the time out to join us and everything. Gotta ask. I know your background. You've been in coaching for a good little while. You turned around a McKinley program. You got them to the state championship game, and then you went to Central to turn around the program, and then Southern Lab came calling, and you really got things going with Southern Lab, and a program that's already been got the wheels turning under Kiana Cheney, and now you just maintaining it more than anything else. But kind of a different kind of thing. I noticed with Coach Cheney, very intense on defense and everything, and she used a good bit, but had her certain amount of players she plays, but she knows the roles.
Right.
This year, what I noticed with your team more than anything else, I noticed a little more depth than a little bit. And that I think you're the type of coach is more like a Rick Pitino that is like strength in numbers. It's like
Yeah.
If I can go with these five, I can get another four in, or get another five, or get that person. But you have different kind of weapons that we know Asia. Well, we know Asia can do a lot of things, but you had a
Yeah.
lot of other players that took a lot of pressure off her.
Yes. Yes. Um, and I think that's just about the relationships, and I said it a lot. For me, I'm a relationship first, like kind of coach. Like I don't just coach the basketball player, I coach the overall person. Um, and I start there. We have those conversations, one-on-one conversations with my players, and I tell them what I see. I'm honest with them. I tell them what I see and what I expect and where they can be if they follow I'm not gonna say this guidelines, but this kind of I guess plan. If trying to get that playing time on the court, and if you want to go to the next level, and just being honest with them. And I say sometimes what I tell you, you may not want to hear, but I promise you it's always going to be what you need to hear and the best thing for you. And you might be mad at me, you might go home, and I have those conversations with the parents as well. The only thing we don't talk about is playing time, but any other thing, I'm open, and I think that that has helped me in every coaching role and every place that I've been, is just being honest and open. And it's something, sometimes some people can take it, they can't take it, but you can never say that I wasn't honest with you about your where you need what you needed to work on, what you needed to do in order to excel and get to that next level. And I think that that's what worked. That's how I'm able to get more out of a lot of those girls, even the young ones. I was able to play a seventh grader this year who did very well in the playoffs. And just all season, I just kind of stayed on. I stayed on, and I would tell her off the court, like, "Hey, you're in seventh grade, but you could be playing a big role on this team, but you have to get that seventh grade mentality out of your head. You're not seventh grade. You playing on a high school team. You are seventh grade, but in reality, you're not seventh grade. you know." And so, once you realize that I can play on a high school varsity team and I can actually get seen, then maybe your mindset will change. I just stayed on her like every day. I didn't coach her like a seventh grader. And it was hard for her mom. Sometimes she was like, what she coach, it's a lot. And I'm like, hey, if you want to be the best, it's going to be a lot. I promise you, it's going to be more than this. I'm probably not putting as much on her as I should be putting on her right now. So that's one of the things that worked out a lot this year, and I was able to get a lot out of those other girls who kind of played a background role, and they might have had some fear of like, oh, I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared to go to the game. We playing a hard and a tough schedule, and I just built that confidence up and let them know that the same. You put your shoes on. You know how to tie your shoes. Yes, ma'am. They put their shoes on the same way, so there's nothing to be afraid of. So
Yeah, your team played with a lot of you played with a lot of intensity. Your team was like really no fear mentality more than anything else. I was, I was saying your team this year to me had probably the best resume, one of the best resumes in the state this year, because you beat almost everybody this year, and
yeah,
you even gave John Curtis a hard time and only
yeah,
lost on by 3 points. So
yeah,
that just says a lot because of the fact that Southern Lab is beating people and taking people's names. That's what
yeah.
what y'all do. But at the same time, tell us a little bit outside of, well, let me make sure it's right. Asia Patan, right?
Patan, yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
you are.
Don't want to make sure. JB don't get into
Oh, we
that.
good. We good.
Yeah, yeah. But outside of Asia Patton, tell me about a couple of your players that really have stepped up this year, and because we've seen a lot of depth in your team this year.
Yeah, Corey Wesley. Corey Wesley stepped up in a big way. Like I said, that we first week, going up to North Louisiana, Asia got into that foul trouble, and Corey had to play that point guard role, and that's tough because that was an in-game decision. That's not anything that we had practiced. I mean, if you think about it, think about the plays that we run and we're practicing at practice. She's playing the guard position, my shooting guard position. So now it's kind of like you have to be the point guard. Like I need it's not you can play a little bit of it where you can pass but you have to be the point guard because Asia's out. And she just took that role on, full throttle to the point to where now it became when we start practicing that. Like sometimes Asia would have the ball, sometimes Corey would come down running that point guard position because I saw that that first week. I said, hey, you know what? wow, she took that like she owned it, and it was no fear, and I'm like, I didn't even know she knew the plays that well to even play that position, but we had to go with it. You know, she was my vet at the time with Asia being off the court to handle the ball, so we had to go with it. Jemiah came. Jemiah stepped up in a way this year to where she had to play more of a guard. You know, in the past years, she's been kind of like a four forward, kind of like that down low person. But she had to play the guard position, and she was one of those kids that if I needed to stop, I can put her on the best person on the court and she was gonna stop them. Like you'll have kids coming into games, they maybe have a scoring average of 20. Well, they might have scored 10. They got some points, but she was gonna hold them under what they were used to scoring because she's just that great at defense and she took that job seriously. Uh Shelby Johnson. Shelby's a freshman and she played a huge role in that state championship game. And she's one of those kids that like it played out for her that if you keep working hard and you listen to what I say, eventually it's going to come. You're going to get your moment. You're going to get your time. And it couldn't have happened at the perfect time for her in the state championship game. I think it was the right time for her. And I stayed on her all year. It was times in practice I'd be like, okay, you don't want to practice today? You're not gonna go hard, sit to the side, you know, and she'll take it be like, man, coach on me hard. There's a reason. I see something in you. I'm not on you hard because I don't believe you can't do it. I know you can do it. And you're not giving me what I know that you can give me. So, and I'm not going to allow you to come in here and give me half. So if you can't give me everything, I don't want it. I don't want it today. So maybe we need to try again tomorrow. You know, and I stayed on her all year. Her parents are wonderful parents. They supported me in that. And that's the biggest thing about, you know, being at lab. Though her parents supported me and it all paved out for her. Like her dad and mom were in tears in that state championship game. It was like, Coach told you. That's why this is why she was on you, you know. So that was huge. Shelby stepped up big time. Catalia Buffeton, again, that seventh grader that I talked about. She was huge. And man, my big man, my freshman, Brielle Clark.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
you know, that's and I say baby because Bree is a big girl, but she is probably one of the sweetest kids that you could ever come across. And you know, I spent a lot of time just being like, you know, I know you're nice, but on this court, I need you to be mean. I don't want you to be nice. We're gonna be nice off the court, but and so she kind of struggled with that in the beginning. She didn't understand at first, and I'm like, you played my position, so I want to make you into a monster. I want to make, but off the court, guess what? You can get pretty. You can be sweet all you want to be, but on this court, I need you to be mean. I need you to be tough. And she stepped up big time for us as well. Delina Earl, sophomore, big time. Delina, still to me, you know what we see at practice from Delina, she still has not showcased that to everybody. Man, the kid has great footwork. She has a shot, a jumper out of this world. And when I think this season, her junior year is going to be a season to where she's going to be her breakout season. So everybody's going to be like, where did she come from? Was she on the team last year? You know, because she's amazing as well. I could go on like my Katie Carter, Kennedy Johnson, an eighth grader. I can go just down the line. Like all of these kids grew from the first day that we stepped foot in the door. They really grew in the game and as people as well. So
Amazing, amazing stuff, and it just shows a lot how good your team was this year.
yeah,
And let's talk about Asia Patan. Uh, Asia, this is interesting for her. For she's been an unbelievable player the last couple of years,
yes,
and you know, at first she had signed with Southeastern, and
yep.
all of a sudden a lot of
McNeese,
transition and
McNeese.
change. McNeese. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I apologize.
I
Yeah,
get it because
I,
they've been from Southeastern to McNeese.
yeah. Players mess up too, JB. Players mess
Yeah.
up. I mess up. But yeah, she signed with McNeese. A lot of changes has happened in McNeese since, and she is decommitted and open her recruiting again.
Yeah.
How things are going with her, and have you been kind of talking? I know you've been giving her the best advice possible,
Yeah.
especially for her to try to try again and see what choice she make to go to the college she wants to go.
Everything happens for a reason. And Asia is, I tell people all the time, like the kid is just not a great basketball player. She's a great person and she's big on faith. She's the pastor's kid. And she's a great kid overall. So we talk all the time. We've been talking throughout this whole process. Um and like I told her, this is not a mistake. This is God's design. It was already in his plans. We may not understand it, and it may be stressful. It is a stressful situation, especially when you commit, you sign, and you have your sights set on one place and you ready to go. All you thinking about, like me and her, all we talking about after the season is, all right, we got to get back in the gym. You got to get some work in because it's about to get real. You're going to McNeese, and then boom, this happened. So it was hard, but one of the things, like I tell her, God makes no mistakes. God makes no mistakes. It was already in his plan. This was already put into works. We don't know his plan, but this is something that he had already prepared. So the same way you chose McNeese, you're going to choose your next school. You're going to pray about it. You're going to let him lead you, and you're going to know that you're going to make the right decision. And I told her, like, it's beautiful because she has been getting more calls and offers than she did before, from the first process. She's gotten so many calls since this has happened. So it's open doors and opportunities that she didn't even have before. So it's beautiful. Like I told her, everything happens for a reason. I think soon she'll be coming to a decision. She'll be coming to a decision real soon. I want to say probably next week. Sometime by the end of next week, sometime she'll be coming to a decision. So
I can't wait. I can't wait because
yeah.
I follow her on Instagram and I see um offer from this school offer. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
that's a lot though. Yeah.
and they are steady. Like she got calls today. She's getting calls today, and I'm like, you're gonna have to cut it off somewhere. You're gonna have to narrow it down somewhere.
I wanted to ask you
So,
ahead of time. Once Asia makes her decision, could we have her on the show? If
of
it's possible.
course, yes, yes,
Okay,
yeah.
great. Thank you. Thank you. We definitely
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. Yeah, because we want to talk to her about, we want to have on anyway, but now with all this going on, we really want to have on it, and we wish her the best on whatever choice she makes, where she goes. She's gonna be a great basketball player. We
Definitely.
said
Yes,
we said that on the show before, that she's gonna be great at McNeese.
yeah.
Now it's like wherever she goes at
She's
next.
gonna be great. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
only thing I'm mad at Coach Ayla Lazardo because I was telling VK, I said, man, the three A's are going to McNeese. Ava,
Right. Oh
Asia,
my
and
God.
Alana.
Mhm.
Now,
Now they're all probably gonna go separate places.
yeah, probably so, man.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Ayla is a really good friend of the show, and
Yeah.
we're happy for her choice. It was just the fact we knew some way somehow that a bigger program was going to be
Yeah.
calling. We just didn't expect it to be this soon. And I
That
mean,
soon,
Yeah.
definitely. She's
when
amazing.
yes, when JB dropped
Yeah.
that news a couple days ago, my mouth dropped, and I'm like, no, why?
Right.
But in my mind, I'm like, Georgia, you take the job.
Yes. You
At
cannot
some
turn
point,
that down.
no,
You cannot turn that
the
down.
programs
That's
like
a
Georgia,
that's a no-brainer.
exactly. Georgia only has maybe four head coaches in their history. They're like the
Yes.
Pittsburgh Steelers of college basketball.
Yeah.
Only four in their program's history, and they're making the transition now. And they offer her. It's like this: you take the
You take the job. You take the job.
job.
You cannot turn it down. You take the job.
Absolutely. And let's talk about the program. Like, before we talk about the program, winning that state championship. I mean, it was I mean, you look at it, you winning it. You looking at Bonita Johnson winning it at university. I mean, some coaches winning it like first time, long time. Sometimes first time people like. What were your thoughts when them zeros came up, when the job finally done and you is like winning a state championship, not just for yourself, like first time as a coach,
Yeah.
but your alma mater.
Yeah. Like I said, I was overjoyed. Like instantly, I just stopped, and I could see everybody moving, but it was like I couldn't move. I couldn't move, and the tears just started flowing. And I just remember my husband grabbing me, and he was like, "You did it! You did it! You did it, babe! We did it!" And I didn't even have the words. I didn't know what to say. It was just. it's a feeling that I wish everybody could experience it as a coach in some capacity at some time in their life. Like I said, I felt it as a player, but I was a kid. You feel it and you winning, but it's different when you're a coach and you know what you're doing it for and the work you put in, the amount of hours you spend, you're preparing, your philosophy, what you're preaching, and just seeing your program, um, you just seen everything unfold before your eyes and say, this is the why. This is why I'm in the gym till 10:30, 11 o'clock. This is why I'm up. If I take a loss, I'm tossing and I'm turning about what I could have done different so that we didn't lose. Because I don't blame, if we lose the game, that's on me. That's not on my girls. That's on me, because I could have done, it's something that I should have done differently, or something that we as coaches should have done differently. It's never on them. And I tell them that all the time. If we lose, they're not gonna ever hear, this is what y'all know. That's on me. So I'm gonna toss and turn all night to see, um what is it that, what went wrong? What should we have changed? Should I have called a timeout here? Should I have subbed here? What defense should I have called a different defense? Like, so, just to see that all be unpacked, the long season that we played, the hours we spent in the gym, the hours I spent away from my children, me and my husband. This is the why. And it felt great. It was an amazing feeling. I can't really explain it. I can only say it felt amazing. I don't know how to explain it, and that's why those tears just instantly started coming down. So
Your husband was on the staff, right? On the
yes,
okay,
yes,
okay. See,
yes,
it's and I love it when like husband, wife, or whatever else be on the staff and just if they're not on the coach staff, they're still part of the support group.
yes,
Got
yes,
gotta love it. We have seen that in
yeah,
the past ourselves, and it's great when family is just there to support one another. Talking about that Southern Lab program, I mean, I'm gonna ask you a two-part question. One, your Southern Lab girls has as much state championships as the boys program.
yes,
Y'all going on a run like
yes,
no other with Coach Hawkins in
yes.
itself. I mean, to me, I tell anybody to this day, one of the greatest state championship runs I've ever seen in my life. JB, I don't know if you heard of Joel Hawkins at Southern Lab.
I have.
11 straight
Yeah,
Yeah.
state championships. Like amazing. And he wound up
Hmm.
winning what 12 in his career.
yes,
So
yes,
it's just a fact that now your program, I think, is 9 or 10. I think it is.
yes. I think it's 10. I think it's 10. I know
Wow.
we have, yeah, it's 10. Because we won three, then this is four, and I want to say it was two somewhere in between.
So I
So
know the boys got
yeah,
13 now because I know they won it not
yeah,
too long ago.
yeah.
So
In 2023, it was a
yes,
23. Yeah,
yeah, I was actually there for that one. It was in Lafayette, so
yes,
I was there for that. I was like probably the greatest year ever at Southern Lab Athletics because the
yeah.
football one state, the
Girls and
basketball
boys.
girls and boys basketball one state,
Yeah,
even track one state. JB, that's how
yeah,
good
yeah,
that was an unbelievable year. But what you can say about how your program is really starting to get up there? Y'all looking like John Curtis
yeah.
right now with their girls program, with their football program.
It's just a tradition. Southern Lab has that rich tradition. I can't take any credit for that because this was something that, as a young kid, that I was brought into, that culture and that rich tradition. This started way before me. Like I say, it was instilled in me when I was there. Just that winning tradition, winning philosophy. Just the culture, the family culture, building up. And I tell people all the time, like, we truly are a family, as in the lab, and you don't see that a lot. Like, you have people that are maybe 20 years older than me, 20 years younger. um but it's like you would think that we were in school in the same building together at the same time, and we weren't. But we weren't. It's just that culture and that family, and it is, they keep it going. So, I can't take any credit for that tradition because that's something that has been at Southern Lab for years and years before me. So I'm just keeping it going. I'm just keeping going what was instilled in me, and my love for that green and gold. So
I completely understand it. I'm actually this two part into my last one. JB can close it out after that. The first part of the question: the rich get richer in Baton Rouge.
Yeah,
You look at these programs that has really arose a lot recently. Parkview has really got back into things.
yeah,
University. You look at Prairieville.
yeah,
That to me is going to be a major problem.
yes,
And then all these other programs, but also your program, the Baton Rouge basketball area is just going to be unbelievable, both girls and boys sides.
yeah.
Because now on the boys side, you see Brandon White
And thrive.
is at
Yeah.
Thrive. So,
Yeah.
what you think about the basketball output in Baton Rouge? And the other question, what is the future of Southern Lab? Because a lot of improvements have been going on with Southern University facilities, adding some things to the university, but I think they might be adding some things to Southern Lab. What's
Yeah.
the future with Southern Lab and that girls program? Because I know y'all going to be a good team again next season.
Oh, the future is bright. Again, like you said, the rich get richer. Your facilities is a big thing nowadays. These kids like the look, the aesthetics and all of that. So the lab is looking to build a new institution. I just hope we break ground really, really soon. So
Wow.
that is something that's definitely in the works. I pray we break ground soon. But outside of that, like I said, we have something that before that does happen that a lot of other places don't have, and that's that family culture environment, that one-on-one. You know that when your kids are here, I can tell you, you have many places that say, hey, they're like mine. No, it's really, that's what you're really going to get. My oldest two are there. My youngest two will be there next year. My two girls, I'm bringing them over to Southern Lab as well. My 2-year old, when he's old enough, he'll be there as well. And it's just because it's that family environment that you get from there. So I have, yeah, six. So I have five. And then I have one that she was my player and we took in, and she was at McNeese. She's going to Georgia too with Ayla them. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yes, indeed.
So it's a basketball player that's joining. Like you say you took in. I'm trying to think. You said
So my oldest son and my second son, both of them play basketball and football. So they're already at Southern Lab. Yeah. So my oldest son actually played. He's the eighth grader. He actually played on the varsity team this
okay.
year. So yeah.
Yeah. So you were saying there was a girl that go to McNeese that's going to Georgia as well. That you said that y'all took in.
Yes. So she was that's me and my husband's player from McKinley, but that's my daughter. We took her in.
Oh, okay. Got
Yeah.
you.
Help reared her.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Awesome. Yes.
She
Yes.
started with them at Southeastern, went to McNeese, and now she's going with them to Georgia. So that's a blessing.
Yes,
That is
indeed. Yes, indeed.
wow. That's indeed.
Yeah,
I mean, you got a whole entire team. I mean, wow.
yeah,
I'm
I
like, you
do.
said I got two already coming. Huh? I
Yeah,
just really,
yes, yes. We got a
man.
team.
God bless you.
We are a sports family. I'm not gonna say basketball family. We are a sports family.
That's perfect.
That's
That is perfect.
amazing. That's
Definitely.
amazing, man. So I'm glad that your children has a great future, and I know Southern Lab is going to do well. What you think about the basketball output right now, overall, boys and girls? What's your thought of it?
Oh, it's unmatched, and it's about to get better. Like, which is the only scary thing is that Brandon is at Thrive, and Thrive is in our district. But
Yes, indeed.
Ooh. Hmm,
but
hmm.
it's still amazing. One thing, like, I mean, I know one thing is he's going to make it competitive, but also the great thing is that the kids are going to get they're going to get the best. They're getting the best with the staff that he's putting together and just branding himself. They're going to get the best out of the best, and you don't see that a lot, because a lot of schools, they don't really have that somebody who knows the game and is able to also relate to them. And here you have someone who knows the game, he's able to relate to them, and he's putting a staff together that is just uh, like he put an NBA coaching staff together or something. I don't know. You know, he's doing some amazing things. And it's just like, just being able to see the talent. Like I say, when we go to other places, I think that like people tell us like today, talking to the Wasserman coach, because we had like a state championship luncheon, and he was like, coach, I appreciate y'all because y'all made us tougher. And I'm like, really? Like y'all good. And he's like, nah, like, man, y'all tough, y'all aggressive, So and that's just our style of play in Baton Rouge. So the girls here and on the boys side, I just think that we have the best of the best. We have the best of the best here, and just being able to showcase them more. Like I said, we win state championships, but I kind of want to get out of the state and play some games so that we can showcase our girls and our boys all over the world, all over the nation, to let them know that Louisiana is special. We have a lot of talent here that sometimes get
Yes.
overlooked. So
Very much agreed, and big ups to the Baton Rouge area. We're from New Orleans, and
yeah,
I love my city and everything. But me and JB both know that New Orleans, we're good, but we know we have to up our game because Baton Rouge,
yeah,
Baton Rouge got it right now. Y'all
yeah,
got it right
Some of
now.
that water over there. Some of that
There's
water.
something in water.
yeah.
We thought like long time ago
Go out, go out, go out.
it was always like long time ago, like in football, in the beginning was like Southeast Louisiana, New Orleans, then all of a sudden in the
Yeah,
90s it was North Louisiana. And now it's like recently, like football, basketball. Now recently it's like Baton Rouge just popped up out of nowhere in
out of
almost
nowhere.
all
Yeah,
sports. And it's like left and right. You can go from football, basketball to baseball. It's like, okay, where the power is at? Baton Rouge. Like,
Baton
really?
Rouge. Yeah,
State capital.
yeah, yeah,
It ain't just LSU,
yeah,
folks.
Nah.
yeah.
Well, Coach, first of all, we want to thank you for joining us. We truly appreciate it, and we want to wish you the best of success moving forward. And hopefully, we have you on the show again.
Thank you all so much for having me. I really enjoyed it, and like invite me, and I promise you I'll be on. I'm sorry about last week.
All
Look, my
good.
whole house got a little bug. So.
And we also
But
do the Hash It Out Show game of the week in basketball too. So we
okay,
would love to
Yeah,
hopefully feature y'all if y'all
okay,
don't have any other like kind of streaming thing. We would love to feature y'all in a game, hopefully.
most definitely, most definitely. Yeah.
definitely.
So hopefully I'll be hearing from y'all too. Like I said, Asia Patin, I think it would be great to get her on, get on your show, and y'all kind of pick her brain about her experience that she's going through right now after she decides. So, yeah.
Most definitely. We'll make
Most
it happen,
definitely.
Coach.
Make it
Definitely.
happen.
All
Yes.
All right.
right.
Thank
You
you,
have a good night.
Coach.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Bye bye.
Coach Krystal Huggins, man. Great conversation right there. Man. All right, VK. We got a little time left.
Yes, sir.
I know there's some things you want to talk about. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes on each topic.
All right.
All right, 2 minutes.
Let me get you. Got your timer, or you
Oh,
want me to?
don't worry. I got the timer, bro.
Okay.
I got a
All right.
timer for you, man.
You can tell me when my time is up, and it's all good.
I'm
I'm gonna
sure.
try
I
and keep.
sure
I'm
will.
gonna try and keep it 2 minutes apiece.
All right. So I know one you want to talk about was Gino in South Carolina, what he did, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I think that was just classless in itself. Very, very classless of him what he doing. And to me, is the fact of the matter that he just was like, come on, very bitter, very that's not very mature. Like and then UConn at one point, really got outplayed and everything else and all that stuff. And to me, you look at that, and also you look at the schedule that they had. It wasn't as tough as everybody thought it was. You look at some of them wins, like some of them teams is not really good as you think. The Iowa win was good, but Iowa got annihilated by UCLA, who is the national champs. And like I said, their schedule wasn't really up to snuff. Then on top of that, this was possibly the worst year of the Big East ever. That's how bad the conference was. So trust me, usually the Big East is tough in women's basketball. Not this year, but for Gino Oriema, very classless of what he did. He should have been a man, been like, hey, great ball game, good game, but no, he want to be a fit like that, like a little coward, and that's just what it. That's what I really thought because that's kind of stuff that cowards do. No, you don't do that. Should have shook a hand, moved on. That's a wrap. I mean, that's ridiculous of what Gino Arim did, and that's almost a sign that he needs to retire because Pat Summit was a little more humbler than that when she got beat. She wasn't like that. You should have been more mature than what you are.
All right, good job. You beat 2 minutes. Good job, man. You did good. You did good. All right, next one. You ready?
Yes, sir.
UCLA winning the national championship. Your thoughts?
Not a surprise. Not a surprise. I said if it wasn't UConn, I said UCLA was going to do it. I said it myself. If Lauren Betts gets going, who going to stop this team? And then all these other seniors that they got. You look at Huggins, you look at all these other seniors. Those 6 seniors were amazing. You look at the national championship, 5 of the 6 seniors was in double figures. So who is going to stop them? Like I tell you, South Carolina had a great start to the game, great run by South Carolina. But this UCLA team was hungry this year. And maybe they could have been challenged if Juju Watkins would have been healthy. Would have had a really, really good team. They would have challenged them. I think it would have been a great fight. I wouldn't be surprised in them 2 for the championship. And I wouldn't be surprised, if USC wins. I wouldn't be surprised UCLA win because that additional senior they had got from the transfer portal proved huge for them this year. They really, really catapulted as a better team than they were a year ago. And they really proved themselves that they were worthy and they were hungry for the championship. But big ups to that coach from UCLA. I mean, really getting that program going and then showing a lot of class to Dawn Staley. A lot of class before the game and after the game. And for that program to win their first ever national championship in NCAA is huge for UCLA. Big ups. And all 6 are in the WNBA. They all 6 got picked. 5 in the first round. That is a WNBA record for one school.
Elston, stay right there. We're gonna mention that in a little bit. All right, VK beat 2 minutes again, man. What's going on, man? He is beating the time. All right, here you go. Another one. Draft is next Thursday. Who should the Saints go after?
And where they're at in the draft?
The Saints are number 8.
Saints are number 8 in the draft. They have to go for what they need. They need to go for what they know. It's open right now, to be honest with you, but they need somebody real, real important. And like I said, they need to really start at possibly really the offensive line position because they are, a couple linemen are got hurt, a couple people not coming back. You know what I'm saying? So I think they should start on line. If not, I ain't gonna lie, Jeremiah Love would be huge for them and what they need, especially in the backfield.
Ain't happening.
You think Jeremiah Love's gone early?
The Saints ain't going after him after they got Etienne.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're right about that. They did get Etienne. Okay. But I really think, like I said, offensive line, it'd be between a lineman, linebacker, or wide receiver. So I think that's the three options the Saints need to go early. They need to get the best talent available early for that time, but get a for sure one. Don't fall short. Get a for sure one. Please don't miss what you can miss. So,
Well, I think the O-line is fine, except you got Ruiz, the right guard has to go. Yes. I think you can get that in second, third round. But okay. I really feel like it's defense. A lot of people feel like go after Caleb Downs. Hey, I like Caleb Downs, but listen to what I'm telling y'all. They have Justin Reed at free safety. They're not going to draft Caleb Downs and have him not play his rookie year. You got to play him immediately. That much of a player. So they're not going to cut this loss with Justin Reed against the cap. So that's not going to happen. But I think cornerback-wise, I'm not sold on Kool-Aid. I'm not sold. Well, he gone. He was Tennessee anyway. So yeah,
wow.
What's his name? My boy name?
Come on, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
No, Kool-Aid still with the Saints. The other one, now with Tennessee.
Oh, you talking about
what's his name, man? Because he played at Tennessee.
Taylor.
Taylor. Alante Taylor. Who in the world? Oh, time's up. I know what that was. Alante Taylor. Yeah, he's at Tennessee now. So the Laney from LSU, if he's there, I'll rock with that too. If Ruben Bain is there, defensive end, because it looks like the Saints not gonna bring back Cam Jordan. Ruben Bain. I'm going defense.
I like Ruben Bain too. I like him a lot. If he's available, Saints need to pull the trigger. I like him a lot.
There you go. I know some kind of story came up due to a fatal accident back in 2024. He may drop now. Last one.
I always be finding something all the time.
Yeah, I know, man. Last one. Here we go. NBA playoffs start Saturday. The play-in is going on now with Miami and Charlotte. Charlotte just took the lead up by 5. Corey White off the bench hitting some big time threes. Who do you have in the championship, or who do you have winning the championship? Who's your pick?
All right. Looking at it down the line, the finals to me is going to be the Boston Celtics, and it will be Boston and OKC. And OKC will go back to back. They'll go back to back champions. I do have Detroit going to the conference finals, but not winning it. I think they'll push Boston in limbo. I think Boston will find. I wouldn't be surprised that Eastern Conference Finals go 7, but I think Boston will get through. OKC, it's going to be tough for OKC because that Western Conference is stacked, man. It's stacked because I'm like this. You got to go possibly against Denver and then probably San Antonio. But I think the experience of OKC will get them through. Should be a great finals against Boston.
Right. I got the Celtics getting back to the finals after an hiatus from last season. And I got the San Antonio Spurs facing the Boston Celtics. Who has beaten OKC 4 out of 5 times this year? The Spurs. Matchup-wise, I think Denver can give the Spurs a good 7-game series. I think matchup-wise, Denver and the Spurs can go 7. But I think the Spurs got OKC's number if they meet up in that conference finals. So give me, man, Corey White is going off, man. What's going on? Corey White killing Miami by himself right now off the bench. Carolina, baby, UNC, baby.
You said Kobe White?
Kobe White, yeah.
Wow.
Man, I keep saying Corey, but Kobe White, yeah.
Kobe White, okay.
Telling you, boy. Kobe White off the bench, man, all of a sudden, bro.
Tar Heels.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
I'm going to say this about the Spurs. They are really, really good. I think Denver's going to give them problems, but it's going to be a hell of a series, man, because I ain't going to lie. Wemby has been great, but who's been the neutralizer? The Joker.
Neutralizer who? Wemby?
The Joker.
Oh, man. Here we go. Dude, neutralizing Wemby.
Dude, do you know he averages 31 and 20 and 5 against Wemby?
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to see the playoffs. Wemby going to shut that down.
Well, I'm saying this. Wemby has been good, but we're going to see what he do in the playoffs.
MVP.
Different stage, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. Different stage. And Wemby going to bring it. Wemby going to bring it.
Let me tell you, I like what San Antonio has.
You sure about that? The last game they just played, Wemby didn't play that game against Jokic. Go look up and see Wemby played all those games. Bro, they didn't play the last one of the day.
I'm like this, man.
Maybe Jokic averaged that against the Spurs, but maybe Wemby didn't play 3 out of 4 or something.
No, Wemby played them. Wemby played against them, and dude,
Jokic, he didn't play the last game against them. That's on TV.
Not the last game, but the other games. Jokic just licked this ball up.
Man, we gonna see.
No, serious. He licked this ball up. I'm just saying. I like Big Vic, but I'm just saying. I'm like this, bro. San Antonio, I like what I see. I really do. But I think they're 1 year away.
We back.
They're 1 year away.
We're going early.
1 year away.
All right.
You might get there, but I think you're 1 year away.
All right, we're going. Last part of the show, and we done. Elston brought up a good point. I meant to bring that up, and I'm glad he mentioned it. De La Salle has a new head coach, 3-time state championship winning head coach, Chad Mahaffey. He asked, did they hit a home run on this hire? I say, hell yeah, they hit a home run, man. Bro, when I saw that, I was like, whoo, snap. De La Salle did that. De La Salle said, hey, we need to get somebody that's a proven winner, that has won championships. We got to get somebody. And they went and get Chad Mahaffey. I say the home run hit. What you say, VK?
I say the same thing. When you broke the news to me a couple of days ago, I was like, whoa, that's a huge hire, man. this reminded me so much, and it was too bad it lasted a season. Jesuit, I remember they hired, and it was like years and years ago. Um, the head who I'm trying to remember the name. The head coach who was at Redemptorist won them state championships, and he wound up coaching at a Struma.
Not Sid, huh? Sid Edwards?
Yes,
Sid Edwards. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes, I remember when Jesuit hired Sid Edwards. He was just there only a season, and Jesuit had a not bad year, but I think he just left right after that. And I think something came up, but I thought that was a great hire because I was like, man, you got a winner, a major winner. And I think this is huge for De La Salle because I mean, man, you look at the success of that program, and I give a lot of credit to De La Salle and the administration. They have felt very successful, not just with the football program, but the athletic programs. And football kind of set where at first it started with the basketball programs, it started in the baseball programs follow and track. They knew football. It's like, hey, we need to turn it around because things changed at De La Salle when they left the Catholic League and they went co-head and left the Catholic League. Things changed, and all of a sudden they started winning in these sports. And they said, football, hey, we got to change it. They come in, they bring in Ryan McNally, who was a godsend to that school, and has got that team become a real state power. Came so close to winning state titles, but still got them to the level that they probably has not been since in the olden times.
Yeah.
But and then coach um coach
Graham Jarrett.
Graham Jarrett. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. Graham Jarrett comes in, done a great job maintaining the program. Had a couple of great seasons. One year they get to the quarters, came up short, but still really had good winning seasons and really kept the program afloat. And Coach Jarrett made the decision of resigning. The De La Salle administration felt like, and the administration alumni felt like, okay, if we're going, it's good that we're maintaining, but how we can keep the success going? We need somebody to a staple, and they did it. They went got Chad Mahaffey, who has won over 80% of his games, whatever he went at. He was even successful at Walker, and he is a very, very good coach, very legendary as a young coach himself. He is going to do great things at De La Salle, and it might kick off in first season, but give him time. But I'll tell you one thing: maybe about 1 or 2 seasons, De La Salle is going to be really, really back on the map as a state power. I'm telling you, this guy knows what he's doing. Can't wait to talk with him soon. And big time props going to the De La Salle administration, especially Mr. Paul Kelly, who is the I don't know if he's the president anymore, but he might be still the president. But big time props to him and an administration to making this big decision.
Definitely, man. Basketball programs, Coach Mike and Coach Perone, they've done good with their programs, girls and boys, and now Mahaffey comes in. That's some big time news. All right, ladies and gents, we'll be back next Tuesday with another episode. We'll have a guest for y'all. Can't tell you who it is yet. But when we get that guest, I'll tell you. I'll tell you who it is.
You know how we do.
Yeah. Last words, VK.
Oh man, big time props to to everybody, man. I appreciate everybody joining us, supporting our show. We got a lot of things brewing coming up, working on things. We got a lot of guests coming up next couple weeks, so we're working on that. Who won the challenge? The Hash It Out Show bracket
I
challenge.
put it on Facebook. You didn't see?
No, I didn't know you posted it.
Yeah, Corey Clare. Corey Clare won the challenge.
Coach Chloe Claire, out of 24-hour fitness, our winner. Congratulations.
No. Pick up USA.
Pick up USA
Man,
Fitness.
what in the world? Gosh.
What I said?
Man, that man got the Asia Patan name right. Then a second later, when Asia Patton, I was like, "How you did that?"
I did say I said
Go back and watch the interview. Yes.
I thought I said Patan.
No, go back and
I
watch
said
it because you
Patan.
went. Let me get it right. Age of Patan. All right, got it right. Then Age of Patton, right there, like within 10 seconds. I was like, mm-mm.
But I guess I still got it right there. It's all good, man.
You
But
got what? You got it wrong. But anyway,
I got it right. I said Patan at first, but even before then.
yeah, then went back and said it wrong. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Patan and Patton. I was like, oh Lord, how you did that? Anyway, go ahead. Last word, bro.
Well, regardless of the fact, man, congratulations to Mr. Claire for winning the challenge. And looking forward to seeing what happens next year, even though I don't want to do it, but it is what it is.
Well, man, you should do it. You finished in 5th.
How many people played?
It don't matter.
God, I'm not
More than 20. You finished in 5th.
Well,
congratulations. You finished in 5th.
I finished better than you did?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how, because your team lost in the second round. So we don't know how you finished 5th. We trying to put this all together, like how his team lost in the second round. This dude finished 5th.
I think 2 of my final 4 made it. That's what probably would happen.
2 of mine did too,
and 1 made it to the championship.
Shoot, I had Duke. When Duke lost, Elite 8. Yeah, Elite I had 8. Duke further than you. I mean, I don't know.
I had Michigan in the title game. That's what happened. I had Michigan in the title game. That would probably got me that 5th.
Oh, that's what helped you then. Wait, I did too.
Man, you got to go back and look at it, man. But I feel great. I got bragging rights over my co-host. I'm finishing better than you and George, man. That's great.
Congratulations, finally beat us on something.
It sounds like he's not happy about it.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
Cool.
I don't care about I care more about the high school picks than the college basketball. Many years ago, yeah, I really care, but now I'm like, it is what it is. But the high school picks is what I care about more. Absolutely. That's why y'all can't beat me.
Mm-hmm. I wish everybody luck in the LHSA baseball and softball playoffs that's going right now, and it's the road to sulfur. So wish y'all the best in all the games and brackets and good stuff. And also, I hope everybody has a great weekend and all that. WrestleMania weekend. If you're in New Orleans, if you want to avoid watching it, don't watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because they wronged us. So don't waste your time watching. If you want to protest at Money in the Bank in September, it's on YouTube. But at the same time, it looks like a WrestleMania is going to be a little bit kind of messed up with the card and all that stuff. You know, JB already talked about it. Watches YouTube. You know, give you his points about it. But WrestleMania weekend, but boo-hoo, whatever. And wish everybody luck in that thing. I hope Obafemi has a great match. And Trick Williams wound up winning the U.S. title. That's all I want to see over the weekend. Everything else is whatever.
All right. We out, ladies and gentlemen. See y'all next Tuesday. Y'all take care.
At Bayou AV Security, we are your one-stop shop for all your needs, whether it's enhancing your home entertainment system, securing your property, ensuring a seamless internet connection, or illuminating your outdoor spaces. We've got you covered. Bayou AV Security, where technology meets reliability. Call us today to experience the Bayou difference.
JFK Martial Arts offers a wide variety of martial arts programs for kids, teens, and adults as they empower lives through martial arts. Please give them a call at 985-266-0664, and don't forget to ask about their 1-week free special. Bucks No Wiz was the place to go as a kid growing up to get snowballs. As an adult now, it is still the place to go. When you want some of the best snowballs and some of the best customer service, Bucks No Wiz is the place. Now, excuse me, let me get back to my half grape, half pink lemonade snowball. Bucks No Wiz, located at 1508 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero, Louisiana. Hey parents and coaches, want your young athlete to go far on and off the field? Kumon of Gretna is the place for you. Whether it's reading plays or calculating scores, early literacy and math skills teach focus, discipline, and decision making. Give your student athlete the edge. Start early, start smart at Kumon of Gretna.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Metro New Orleans, then you're in the right place. Moe's Pizza has a great selection of Italian food that can satisfy your appetite, and they can also cater to your needs in any event. Give them a call at 504-341-9650 or log on to www.moespizzanola.com, located at 1112 Avenue H in West Wego, Louisiana. Moe's Pizza, Italians do it better.
If you ever need help with 401k services, fiduciary services, or executive benefits, then Jeremy Callaghan of CoSource Financial Group is the guy to see. You can reach him at 337-606-9860. Thank you for watching the Hash It Out show. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.